Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday. And can I tell you that this is one of those days that I am so thankful that I do not have to leave the house and go to work. Look at that wind. Oh my gosh, it's blowing stuff down in here. It is super windy. It is rainy. It's not super cold. It's in the 40s. I mean, that's still cold, but it could be a lot worse for January. And this rain could all be snow, so yeah, I'm thankful for that part. But oh, it's just nasty outside today. Oh, I'm glad I am staying in. Well, this nasty weather calls for a nice hot breakfast. So we're gonna have an egg sandwich this morning with some eggs and cheese and tomatoes. So I'm gonna cut this in half and attempt to eat it in the living room while I watch YouTube. But I'll probably wear some of it, so yeah, that's just how I am. Ha, sorry. Scary. But since I am not leaving the house today, this is staying naked. So, all I did was wash my face. Oh, my headband popped off to let my bangs go. I haven't done my hair yet, can you tell? Not that I'm going to do much with it, but I took my shower last night at midnight, so didn't have to wash my hair last night. So all I've done so far is wash my face. I thought I'd just give you a little glimpse of what products I'm using and stuff. I'm not using a lot of high-end products. First of all, I don't want to spend the money. Second of all, I just don't think it's really necessary. You can get on YouTube and watch comparison videos that a lot of the beauty gurus do, which that is not me, so you're not going to see me do that. But anyway, they'll get on and they'll compare a department store foundation to a drugstore foundation, like comparing a Clinique to a L'Oreal. And they look just as good, and they'll even say they look just as good with L'Oreal, so why would you spend triple or quadruple the money for department store? I'm kind of like that with my skincare. I'm not buying off-brand stuff, but I'm buying everything at like Walmart or Target, or if I can't find it there, I'm ordering it from Amazon. So in the morning, my cleanser is just Aveeno, the brightening cleanser. Love it. My skin isn't overly dry after I use it, which a lot of times when you're post 40, approaching 50, your skin can tend to dry out a little bit, and obviously living here in the Northeast with the colder temperatures, your skin can be a lot drier. I don't notice this leaving my skin dry. It's soft. It works beautiful. I love it. So that's what I'm using in the morning. And then for years I used to use a toner. I used to buy Clinique and I used to use their toner. And I'm sorry, I am froggy, and I'm froggy usually every morning, but this is crazy. So I found this product, and I think I may have shown this in a favorites video like probably 6 or 8 months ago. But I switched from a toner to using witch hazel. And you can buy witch hazel for like less than $1 or less than $2, depending on where you live and how big the bottle is. But just plain witch hazel, I think, is drying. So I found this from another YouTuber. It is from the Homestead Company. Is that focusing? And it is called Witch Hazel Essentials, and I use the AM, obviously in the AM, and I have a PM version. The AM version has essential oils in it, not a lot, because it does not make your face oily, won't make you break out, anything like that. So the ingredient list in this is just super short. It is steam distilled witch hazel, aloe vera oil, orange essential oil, and eucalyptus essential oil, and then 0.15% benzoic acid, which is derived from raspberries. So it's an all-natural product. Now I am spending, I buy this on Amazon. I think I'm spending probably $10 or $12 for the bottle, but it lasts me forever. And then the PM version, again, is the exact same thing, only the oils are different. Instead of the orange and the eucalyptus, it is lavender and chamomile. So it's perfect for bedtime. So that is what I use in place of toner. It picks up any soap residue from the cleansing of the face. It picks up any, like in the evening when I use the PM one, if there was still some makeup residue that the cleanser didn't get, then this will pick it up. And I use this all over, like eyelids and everything, because it's that gentle. And let's see. So I really didn't pick up anything this morning. My face was pretty clean. Again, I just took a shower at midnight and it's still morning now. So yeah, my face really, and I didn't have any makeup on to go to bed. I just, to go to bed, I used the PM toner and a moisturizer and an eye cream, and that's it. So my face really didn't have a chance to get dirty. During the day for a moisturizer, I'm an old school girl. Pond's. My only complaint about this is the stupid container, because now I'm getting toward the bottom and my fingers aren't long enough to reach down in there. So when I put my finger down in there to try to reach, I get stuff all over my hand. So Pond's, can you do a little better in the packaging, please? Because this is a royal pain in the butt, because again, my fingers are not that long. I got short sausage fingers. So now I got, to get a little bit, I've got moisturizer all over here, on the other finger, down here, for the love of God. So yeah, this is all I use for a moisturizer during the day. And the Pond's is gentle enough that I use it on the eye area as well. So I only have one eye cream and I use it at night, that's it. I don't spend the money on having one for AM, one for PM. The Pond's is gentle enough and light enough that I can apply makeup over it and my makeup doesn't slide off. But today it's makeup free since I am not leaving the house. So this is it. It's naked face for the day. So now let's work on the hair. I'm real scared. Alright, all done. Hair in a clip. Let's go do what we need to do today. It's Monday. First of all, I need socks because my feet are cold. And then it's time to strip the bed because Mondays is my sheets day. Someone crawled out from under his blanket. Are you ready to go outside? Are you ready to go outside? Do you want a close up? Look at that face. Come on, let's go outside! Ready to go outside? Well, come on! Get your roly-poly butt up. There we go. Let's go outside. Let's go outside. And this is when I'm thankful that I have a dog who hates the rain and doesn't need to go for long walks because he's on his own. Oh my goodness, I might have to take my flag down. It's starting to, oh, it's gonna blow off. Oh, brutal. Just brutal. Oh my God. No, come on, let's hibernate. Yep, we're hibernating. So I thought I'd tell you what I have done for years now to deal with days like today where the weather is just horrible. And I even used to do this when I did have to leave the house and go to work, or I had to go out for another reason. I am one of those people that the weather affects my mood severely. And I know it affects the mood of a lot of people, in that when it's yucky outside, you just want to, you know, stay home, stay in bed, watch movies, whatever. But the seasonal affective disorder, I do have that in the winter, like the entire winter season, even when it's sunny out, I have to be very, very careful to distract myself, or I get really, really bad depression. And it's not easy to fix that you can't just tell somebody, oh well, you know, you just gotta, you know, enjoy the season and learn to enjoy the cold. You can't do that when you have this disorder. So this is one of my coping mechanisms. When it's nasty outside, first of all, I'm normally a person that likes windows open, fresh air coming in. Obviously where we live that can't happen all the time. But I at least have blinds open, curtains open, see-through curtains like sheer curtains or lace curtains, so that I am always getting the sun in and I can see out, so I don't feel like I'm boxed in. Except for days like today where you just don't want to look outside. So the only time I intend on looking out there is when I have to take the dog out. But what I have done is I will close off everything that I can't see outside. Blinds are closed, curtains are closed. And I will put my mood in the house reflective of warmer temperatures. So I will light candles, and a lot of times I will put Bob Marley on. Love Bob Marley. I'm a big fan of reggae music. I've been to Jamaica several times. There's a restaurant and club down in Ocean City, Maryland that, again, we used to frequent Ocean City a lot, several times a year, not so much anymore. But there was a club down there called Secrets that looked just like Jamaica. And it was reggae music all the time. So it brings back that summery beach vibe. So that's the mood I set in the house. And then the year that we went to Hawaii, which was 2007, I bought this DVD. So what it is scenes from Hawaii set to Hawaiian music. So I'll let you listen for a moment. And this is one of the slower songs. There are some more upbeat ones as well. So I don't know if this is drone footage or helicopter footage, but it's just a DVD that just it'll change songs. I think this one has 12 songs on it. I can't remember where I found this. I may have gotten it at Target or I may have ordered it online. But I bought this to give us a glimpse of what to expect when we went to Hawaii, and also to take us back there again. You know what I mean? To, hey, we saw that, or so I will let that run on continuous play, and this DVD will. It'll just continually go through the 12 songs and footage. So here's a different scene now of big waves rolling in. It's beautiful. If you haven't been to Hawaii, save your money and go. It's incredible. So anyway, I will just let that play for hours while I'm keeping myself busy doing other things around the house. So I'm avoiding looking out at the nasty weather. I have the peaceful music on, and as I'm walking back and forth through my living room or whatever, I'm seeing gorgeous sunshine, beautiful scenery. So again, that's just one way that I cope when it's just nasty out. And then for dinner, I'll even carry it through to my dinner. So tonight I'm making Mike a fresh tuna steak. Fresh tuna in Hawaii is like a huge thing. And I'm gonna grill some pineapples, probably make some rice. So I'm gonna have more of that Caribbean vibe food as well. So it helps. So if you struggle with when the weather is like this, that's just, one way that you can cope. I'm gonna take you out here. I was out here in the kitchen earlier. I was getting ready to start my dark wash. That's subsided a little bit now. But I could literally hear the wind coming through my dryer vent. That's how hard the wind is blowing outside. So, all right, it's time for me to get busy. Alright, I'm stripping my bed and throwing stuff on the floor, and look what this little guy does. Really? Really? Yeah, he's ignoring me. He's like, go away. I found a new bed. Well, I'm finally trying out my popcorn popper that I bought a month or so ago. So I am going to go binge watch some Friends on Netflix. I think that's a good way to spend a yucky afternoon. The dinner mess has begun. So I'm just washing some lettuce and refilling my lettuce container, starting salads for me and Mike. Getting ready to do his tuna. This is the crusties that I put on his tuna. Warming up some baked beans. So yeah, I'm getting there. Alright, I'm getting ready to make Mike's tuna steak. So right here I have a cast iron pan. Nothing in it. Just the little bit of oil that was in it when I had seasoned it before I put it away. So I'm making that super, super hot. And here I have the tuna steak, and this little crusty mess here is some coriander and some fennel that I have crushed up with a meat mallet. And in doing that, I've discovered that I need a mortar and pestle, so that's my next kitchen gadget that I need to buy. And then I have some salt and pepper in there. So what I'm going to do is just take that tuna steak and just rub it around in that seasoning. So I'm getting like a crust on the outside. My goal is to pick up every little bit of that seasoning, and I think I've done that. So now I'm going to, actually I want to put a little bit of oil on this, just a drizzle of oil. And I'm going to plop this right down in my super hot frying pan. I'm just going to let that go for a couple minutes on each side. In the meantime, I'm going to put a little bit of oil on my cutting board for that to rest in when I take it out of the pan. While that's cooking, here is Mike's side salad of romaine lettuce, tomatoes. I have a red tomato and some yellow tomatoes, some fire roasted corn, some sweet onion, and some cheese. And I have an actual entree salad because I'm not eating the tuna. So I'm eating romaine lettuce, some red tomatoes, some yellow tomatoes, some cucumber, some cheese, some pepitas, and chicken. And I've just flipped his tuna steak. Alright. Just going to get some oil on that to keep it from drying out. And then we're going to let that rest. And I'm going to drizzle just a tiny bit of lemon right over the top. It's not coming out. There it is. How's that? Is that good?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, that is going to do it. Say goodnight, little man. Say goodnight. Say goodnight. Good night, world. Good night.